You like football, basketball, you're betting 10, 20, 50, 100, or the friendly wager with the homie. This is the podcast for you, not industry professionals. Never claim to be just a homie trying to get you to quick flip off of the sports ting. No lies, no long talking, no limits. This is No Cap Bets. I always mix up the order. I don't know if I'm supposed to do no lies first or no limits, or I think it's no long talking. I'm pretty sure that's how I got it. Today is July 14th, 2022, giving you the top picks against the spread in the CFL's weekend games. I did the homework. You're winning the picks. This episode's been brought to you by BetStamp. Anytime I place a wager, y'all, it gives me real-time odds and analysis. I just jump on BetStamp. I look which books got the best value for the games that I'm betting on. It helps me keep track of my record, kind of killing it in the WNBA and not doing so bad in the CFL as well. But yeah, that definitely is one of the places that I always go and make sure I get my bets in and track my bets. Download the BetStamp app now and use the promo code NOCAPBETS. Once again, that is BetStamp with the promo code NOCAPBETS. No Cap recap. Grizz was in the comments, man. Shout out to Grizz. He was in the comments when I recapped this weekend's game saying that I went 3-0, but this is No Cap Bets. And like my boy Heavy says, we got to keep it real. So I went 2-1, man. I actually did take the Elks. I don't know what I was thinking. Well, I was thinking that they were going to do really good until their starting quarterback got hurt. They lost 49-6 and got slaughtered. The Redblacks got crushed like I expected. Rough Riders won that and covered. And then the Lions got sunned. I wasn't expecting that. However, hey, that's how it goes sometimes. But I know you definitely want to get the picks, the locks. That's what you're here for. So we're here to give them to you. We'll be right back after the break on No Cap Bets. Make sure you follow us right now on Instagram, official No Cap Bets. Subscribe to the podcast. If you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe to the channel. And we'll be right back with the locks right after this break. I have talked to thousands of people about achieving their fitness goals, gaining muscle, losing weight, toning, definition, flexibility, you name it. And I'm here to help you with that. So I made a podcast to motivate, change your mindset, boost your confidence starting today, and make sure you stay on that path to getting that body right with exercise. Check out the Body Right podcast on Apple, Spotify, Google Podcasts, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Bless up. Jeans look too tight, but that shit just right. And you know what that means. It's time for the locks. You're listening to No Cap Bets, official No Cap Bets on Instagram. Let's get right to it. Our first game. I'm almost tired of talking about these guys, for real. We got the Montreal Alouettes. They're up against the Edmonton Elks. Montreal 3-1 ATS on the year. Edmonton 2-3 ATS. And they are 7.5 point dogs walking in. Montreal has an opportunity to right the ship against Edmonton, who looks like a mess this year. Montreal only really has one win, but Edmonton is definitely trash. They lost their starting quarterback, Trey Ford, with a collarbone injury, traded their backup, Arbuckle, because he's just throwing picks everywhere. This is the second straight week Elks are going to play a team after a bye. They could not show up at home against Calgary, gave up 49, only put up 6. I expect them to pretty much be a doormat in this league. And Montreal, they kind of look like the front runner for the East Division. So I'm going to go ahead and say, give me the Elks, because it's the team that nobody wants to back right now. I'm sorry. I don't even know if y'all should just fade me right now, but I'm just being real. Nobody would be willing to take this team, but I am. Alouettes, look, they're a team that I think could win the game, but you got to think the Elks got embarrassed at home last week in the Battle of Alberta. They're making it close to maybe just try to salvage a season that just looks like it's in complete disarray. Something about this Alouettes looking like easy money just doesn't make me feel good, and it makes me want to go the other way. My lock, Edmonton Elks, man. I got to take them. They're 2-3 ATS on the year. Next game, we got the Calgary Stampeders. They're up against the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Only one team is going to remain undefeated after these teams are going to play. and it's going to be Winnipeg. Let's just be honest. They're like the Golden State Warriors of the CFL. They got the best quarterback, they got the best defense. I'm willing to say maybe the top 3 running game, because I feel like their running game is top tier, but I'd have to give it to Saskatchewan. They've been so impressive with the running game so far this year. I hyped up what I thought was a heavyweight match last week against the BC Lions, and they barely showed up, or Winnipeg really showed out. Winnipeg put up 40, and considering if you put the Alouettes up against the Bombers right now at home, I'm saying the Bombers are favored by a TD, and Calgary narrowly, like I'm talking about field goal at the end of the game, narrowly escaped the Alouettes. So if Montreal had Calgary on the ropes, I'm not going to fall for the trap and take the dog in this undefeated matchup. You're going up against the champions, the back-to-back champions. That Winnipeg's trying 3-peat, man. So I think Bombers should have been, this line should have been like 7 or something. 3.5 is kind of disrespectful. So give me the Bombers again. Calgary just blew out Edmonton. It's a letdown spot for me. Winnipeg 3.5. Next game, we got the Saskatchewan Roughriders. They're 4-1 ATS on the year. They're up against my hometown Argos, Toronto Argonauts. Now, we haven't seen the Argos since Canada Day weekend when they blew a chance to force overtime against the back-to-back champs Winnipeg Blue Bombers with a missed extra point in a crushing 23-22 loss. They got a bye week, home field advantage against what I think is probably the most dangerous team in Saskatchewan. This is probably the only team, and my dark horse for the Grey Cup. You heard it here first. I'm so impressed with this Rough Riders running game. I think that they're the only team that could probably stop Winnipeg from a three-peat right now. Last week, Saskatchewan dealt with Ottawa, baby food, Gerber, and that's the only loss of the year. It comes to Montreal, which they avenged the very next week by winning. I think they won by like 3 scores. So Saskatchewan, they put up points, man. And despite a great receiver, great running back, serviceable quarterback, the Argos just can't put up points. I just hate I can't go against my hometown like this. I don't plan on doing it all the time. But the West is pretty much dominating the CFL right now. And I see that Toronto does play tight games at home. 1 point loss to Winnipeg, 1 point win against the Alouettes, but Saskatchewan's just in a rhythm right now. I'm not getting in the way. I know the Argos are 3-point dogs. It looks interesting, but Saskatchewan all day, every day, we're taking out as a lock. And then we got another game, the last one on the slate. I don't even know why they did it like this. It's Ottawa. They're going to go up against Hamilton. So these are 2 winless ass teams. Basically, after a dirty hit from Saskatchewan, Ottawa has no quarterback. They traded for the Elks. Remember the dude I was telling you throwing picks everywhere? They got the Elks back up right now. Injured Masoli. So there's just no chemistry here, man. I don't know what else to say. They're on the road again. They're up against the back-to-back East Division champions who are ready to kill for their first win of the year. Last game out for the TigerCats, they fumble the ball with less than 2 minutes to go in the fourth, give up a scoop 6, and lose the game. That was supposed to be a game-winning drive. They end up losing it against the Edmonton Elks of all people. So TigerCats had to think about that one. And all day for me, I'm taking them because they're just too talented to be a winless team. This far in the season, they're still winless. And this should be their opportunity to get one and stay in contention with the Montreal Alouettes and the Toronto Argonauts, who I think are pretty much favored to win the division at this point. There's 2 winless teams. My homie Grizz calls it a shit bowl. I always say, go for the underdog. We always say that here on No Cap Bets. If you see 2 shit teams, go for the underdog. But one shitty team is drastically shittier than the other one. So give me the TigerCats, man. I like them to win by double digits. And those are the 4 games that are on in the CFL this week. If you like everything you heard, listen to, watch now, because we got the visuals. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, official No Cap Bets. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast. Hit a like, smash a like button, share it. subscribe right below. And it's been another episode of No Cap Bets, man. We'll be back with a recap, and we're gonna give you the CFL every week. I don't know. Let me know in the comments or whatever. Should we be doing summer league? We'll be back though next week. You already know what it is. Bless up.